Hello and welcome back to another episode of Mocked Draft right here on the Fail Grande YouTube network. As you know, we love to do our wrestling thing. We slowly turn this channel into wrestling all the time, anytime. But this week especially because it is Royal Rumble week and we got a couple of different things coming out at you on this channel, Royal Rumble related, and I'm excited about it. And this is our first one here today where we are going to break down the 2025 Royal Rumble and send these things into a little bit of a prediction mode, try and figure out, talk it through who we think is going to be where, who's going to appear, who's not, and then maybe who our preferred winners are. Omari, you excited about this? What's your we've got something coming out on it tomorrow, but I don't know if we really went into it in depth. Like, what's your attachment
How
to
do I
Royal
feel
Rumble?
about the Royal Rumble?
Yeah.
So
You got some people who are like, this is my favorite thing in wrestling, and then there are definitely some people who are like,
I do have a few friends, one of my closer friends who I've referenced on the channel a lot. It has listed it as their favorite pay-per-view, primarily because of the unpredictability factor of it. One
Mhm.
out of 30, it could be anyone.
Yeah.
I saw them sour on that opinion during the 2010s
When things got very
because
predictable.
exactly, because things got very predictable. However, for every, 2011 through 2013 through 2017, you get a 2018 where, oh, I did not think they would give it to him. Or even 2020, I thought it was going to be
Yeah.
Roman or Brock, and it
Or
was
or every
Drew.
once in a while you do get the birth of a superstar. The first time Shawn Michaels wins the Rumble, the first time Steve Austin wins the Rumble. Definitely not moments that people necessarily expected were going to
Yeah.
be theirs.
So it's always got a chance. So I do like the Rumble because there's always that chance that they will surprise us with the winner and we will birth a future superstar or someone will reach their next plateau. Where it's like, okay, I finally broke through. I'm on another level now. I'm finally a main event type superstar, if you
Absolutely.
will.
The other beautiful thing about it is often it's you get all of the little stories inside of the big match. All like we're not just determining the main event of WrestleMania. We're often determining almost every single match at WrestleMania in little ways
Yeah. And
inside of this match.
because it's such an easy what you call it, inciting incident. You eliminated me for the Rumble.
Well, yeah, I
I'm
mean,
mad at
there was
you.
20 other guys. No,
Yeah,
you
you.
eliminated. You took away my shot.
Yeah,
I hate you
yeah.
now.
I theoretically could have beat those other 28. You threw me out. So I'm mad at you.
Yeah, especially if it's you did it while my back was turned, or I was eliminating another guy and you scooped me from behind. Like, yeah,
Yeah.
that's always an inciting one. Plus, I mean, we all love a countdown, and you get 30 countdowns. You get 30
28 of
times
them.
to go 10, 9. Well, yeah, I guess 28 of them. True. Good
Round
point.
up. Round up.
Smart. Yeah. So I also love the Rumble, and I'm super excited about it. And we're gonna break it down today in a way that I've been excited to get into this channel for a while now. And it's a this I believe the kids call it a tier list.
Yes.
So we've got our tier lists here of the men's and women's Royal Rumbles, and we're going to be going back and forth. And well, we won't be going back and forth. We'll stick with one, and we'll kind of go through all of these wrestlers and figure out where they're going to be. Our tiers we've selected are a not entering. You're just not even. You're going to have catering that day. You're eliminated immediately. You have some sort of moment in the Royal Rumble, whether it's a big viral moment, you last a long time, you
You
eliminate a bunch
Kofi
of
Kingston
guys,
these things where which he hasn't done lately, but he had the
and he's a
thing for a
bad guy
while.
now, so that's not really a spot for a bad guy to do. It's going to be
True.
interesting what the Kofi King will I don't know. We'll talk about it. We'll get into it, and then of course our favorites to win these matches. Omari, what are you thinking? Where do you want to start?
With ladies first.
Ladies first. Ladies first. All right. Well,
Ladies
let's
first.
just start right off the bat here. I think we're in alphabetical order, so this would be Alba Fire. You know Alba Fire well,
Yeah.
don't you, Omari?
Yeah, she was on Team Dawnfire with Isla Dawn.
Yes, yes, the
The
unholy union.
Unholy Union.
I'm gonna go
Uh,
ahead and slot her in not entering for now.
I kind of agree
And we'll
because
see if because we're also gonna have to keep track of 30. We can only have 30 people above this line here,
okay,
above green. So
and we're gonna be starting with two people and not entering because the next person's AJ Lee, unless you think she is.
I mean, it would be humongous.
It would.
It would be humongous. I think, uh, I think it's the biggest thing you could do for the Rumble if you're WWE. Even that, and that's above Becky Lynch returning. That's above the other legends that we have near the bottom of this list that we'll be talking about. That's above NXT surprises. I feel like AJ Lee would be the biggest thing you can do. And when it's the biggest thing that you could possibly do, I find it hard to count it out so quickly, you know?
Okay. So, and I hear you on that. I feel like now, granted, her husband is back with the company now, but she also was not the most pro WWE person upon her leaving.
Correct.
Now CM Punk being back and being able to tell her, nah, it's different now. Besides, it's one event you can come. She definitely would pop into immediately the has a moment thing because I don't think she'd be a contender or favored.
Right.
Her showing up would be the moment.
Yeah,
Um,
I think her arriving, a moment where maybe Becky's in the ring, or not. Maybe it's the three horsewomen of the that are left in the company, and they have a moment at AJ's entering. Maybe it's just Bailey, who we know is also a personal friend, IRL. You also have the potential of someone down the line of Roxanne Perez if we put her in the Rumble. And
yeah,
her canonical CM Punk daughter ship. Um, in fun, like not actual blood, but the
yeah.
she
You know
calls him
what?
dad. So
You might have talked me into it. I'll put her in has a moment.
we're gonna put her in has a moment for now, and we might slide her down. We might
Yeah,
slide
because
her down if there's
I
too many
could see her
WWEs.
showing up for a one-off for the Rumble, for the big pop, maybe a spot or two. Yeah,
Asuka, I'm gonna immediately slide up as a
contender.
contender.
Yep.
She is out with injury, but I would love to see her return. I think the timeline would be appropriate. Might be a little early for her.
If
Um,
she's out with an injury, that means no one is ready for Asuka.
I don't understand that reference, but
Old
I support
catchphrase,
it.
old
I
catchphrase of
assumed.
Asuka's.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I was I'm not I wasn't ready for that one. Um, Alexa Bliss. I gave you the lead in off camera on Alexa Bliss. There is some rumors currently of her and WWE in some contract
Yeah.
butt heads.
Mhm.
Um,
And in light of those, I probably still would have said because I haven't seen her in like 2 years, it feels like.
mhm.
But I'm gonna say he's not entering
I feel
in
like
light
if
of the
she's here,
rumors.
she would be in the contender
Yeah,
spot,
yeah, good.
which we can still
I
move
think a
these around.
multi-time. Yeah, It's like if we end up having like not 30 people, someone's gonna
Right.
have to be
Let,
moved
let's
in
let's
there.
put her here for now, and I'm totally willing. She may end up in not entering if we decide.
Okay.
BFAB, they've been giving a little bit of a singles push.
Okay. I'm about to say you would know. I should have known.
I don't know if she's necessarily eliminated immediately, necessarily, but
But
it's
I
the
don't see
slot.
her doing anything for real.
We can let's do a
And I'm here too. Yeah, you're here. Exactly. Yeah, you're here. I like it.
okay.
Bailey's a
I like that spot. Bailey's immediate contender.
yeah,
I think Becky Lynch is back, and she's obviously immediate contender.
yeah.
Um,
If not favored, if she's
yeah,
not
I would
back.
say she's our first one to probably put into a favored.
Yeah,
Bailey won last year. Asuka is a previous winner, but the
yeah.
way that Asuka was being booked before her injury, I don't know if she's favored. I think she would just be
Yeah.
contender.
Hmm.
Um, all right, Bianca. We got
Um,
her obviously in contender, but is she
contender minimum,
also?
but favored.
Yeah. All right, we're gonna take her into favored for now.
Yeah,
How many are we gonna limit here?
four, final four type. You know what I mean?
Perfect. Um, Blair Davenport. Blair
Um,
Davenport, not a lot of TV time since her call up.
I don't even know him, man.
We're gonna throw her in eliminated immediately and see where it goes. To
All right.
5, 6, 7, 8 currently. Um, Candice LeRae.
And
Yeah,
this
you're here.
Lorraine, yeah. Yeah, she's here. Um,
Carmella. Do you think Carmella comes back?
no.
Been a while off
Uh,
TV. Yeah,
yeah.
I'm. We've had no. There's no word of that at all. Do you think she gets the pop at a return?
Uh, the pop? No,
Uh,
she gets A1.
A1
She gets A pop,
scale of 1 to 10.
like a four.
Okay. All
Like
right.
that she'll get a reaction. It won't be like fucking, anybody on the tier above. Or sorry, anybody on, like has a moment or above. Won't be like any of those kind of pops. But people will
Um,
be like, oh shit, Mela.
Charlotte has declared. She declared in a video piece the other day on SmackDown. Um, uh, and
Okay.
all women with titles be afraid. Uh,
Well,
is the word
yeah.
on Charlotte Flair.
Yeah, and it's Charlotte Flair. We know how they like Charlotte Flair in WWE. She's definitely up there
All
in
right,
the
so
favorite.
we're getting
We're
crowded in
almost
our
maxed out on the favorite,
we're
but I
getting
mean,
crowded. We might have to start kicking people out. All right, Chelsea
we'll
Green is
see.
going to have a moment.
Yeah.
That moment may be getting eliminated immediately, but it's
But
still a
it'll
moment.
be,
It's going to be a moment.
yeah, I agree with that. Dakota, Kai, probably, yeah, you're here.
Yeah, you're here. So that's 6, 9, 10, 11, 12. We're at 12. Okay. I'm not sure who
So we're
that
just gonna put
is.
her there.
Where did we put her? So we're gonna put her with her tag team partner for now.
Yeah, that's Ela Dawn.
Yeah.
That's not the J, no, because we're not in J
No.
yet, so
Yeah.
never
Yeah.
mind.
Yeah. That's Isla. That's
No,
Isla
not
Dawn.
her, the other girl
Oh
who we
yeah.
don't
This is
know.
the girl from American Made.
Okay.
Um, I think that's a you're here.
Yeah.
She is teased for the new IC contention. She might be the villain of like the one of the villains of that stable,
Okay.
along with somebody out of PFC.
American Made's Gable's thing now, right?
Correct. Gable and the Creed brothers.
That man keeps with the American things in his stable names.
Yes, yes, he does. Io Sky, ladies and gentlemen, we're at max. We're at max because I'm going to put her at contender until we have an argument otherwise, or
Or
at a
favored until
favored.
we have an argument
Yeah,
otherwise. All right.
I think this is the one. This is the start of a superstar
Oh,
pick
really?
because we have
Okay.
established, we
Yeah,
have
we do have
established,
established.
and then I think this is our this would be my birth of
Yeah,
this girl's going in the Hall of Fame for WWE kind of thing.
gotcha.
Taking her from she's had a WWE title, she through a Money in the Bank cash in,
Hmm.
but like
This is her next
this is
level.
her ascension. Yeah.
Yeah, gotcha. Ascension. Great word.
Uh,
Um,
so yeah, that puts us at max of favored, but I'm willing to make the argument for anything.
yeah, things can be moved around
Uh, I mean, do we want to go ahead and put these in?
in an order.
Would you say it's that,
Or are you saying least
or
or
should
most
we?
at least?
Yeah,
You think Bianca's got a better chance than the other two?
I well,
Because to
it's
be
like.
fair, because looking at your argument for Ascension with EO,
Mhm.
if we have to remove someone and I had to pick one of those four, as much as they love ESTing the fuck up out of Bianca, I could see, especially if, someone who may come up in two things gets involved, her actually just being moved down to more of a contender status since
To
she
again
has the tag team belts.
set up
Yeah,
her Mania story anyway, even though it's not a
yeah,
title. I don't disagree with that. Uh, it kind of goes back to what I was saying with AJ Lee and like what I was talking to my wife about the Royal Rumble as she's new into the wrestling as she's co-watching it with me at times. Um, so the Royal Rumble is totally new to her. And I was trying to explain it, and we were talking about like how do you see it, how do I predict it kind of thing. And it's like, well, you like I look at it as what is the biggest possible match that WWE thinks that they can make at WrestleMania, and then you work backwards.
yeah.
And I think despite all of the legends on this roster and the hopefully future legend that I would like them to make, I feel like the biggest match you could make is Rhea Ripley versus Bianca Belair.
Okay.
And to get there, I feel like it is Bianca winning the Rumble, and then through the process, we maybe finally turn Bianca back to being a heel. Because you don't want to flip Rhea back to a heel immediately, or you could just do a who's the best kind of.
Yeah.
But they
I
also
mean,
kind of just
they both walk the line.
right. But I feel like you could do the reveal of Bianca and Jade's mess still, and
Hmm.
Bianca throws Jade out
Yeah.
and reveals that she's bad now or something like that. I don't know. I don't know. But yeah, I just feel like Bianca Rhea is the biggest match for
See
in
that.
my thoughts. All right, let's uh Jordan Grace rumored officially done with TNA. I say she's in there and she has a moment.
Yeah. She's been there before too, so I could see her coming back and having a moment where she has a better showing than last year. And she's got the whole build, like the strength build. So her like lifting somebody you wouldn't expect to be lifted and tossing them out. Really cool moment.
All right, so we're halfway through. We're at 15 now. All right, our 16th entrant. Our 16th entrant, Jade Cargill. You think she's I mean, we're just judging off of our fantasy league here. You think she's back. And you think
I'm,
and if
I'm,
she's
I'm, I'm,
back,
I'm
she's a contender, right?
yeah, I'm banking on her being back. So yeah,
All right.
fantasy league wise, I'm betting on her being back. You bring up a good point about biggest match for Mania, but oh my goodness. Okay. Anyway, yeah, contender. Because I just thought about something they could do where it wouldn't help me with the Rumble, but I'm banking on her being in the Rumble. So here we go.
Kairi Sane, not currently on TV. I think she has an injury.
Okay.
Something's going on there. I
Sad.
don't think she's necessarily a return pop,
Yeah.
and she hasn't been out long enough necessarily. So I think
Mm.
that's probably a not entering. Katana Chance.
That's
Um,
Cantanzaro, the Ninja Warrior person I tried to tell
yeah,
you about.
yeah.
Uh Immediately eliminated
Yeah, I'm thinking they're both maybe
because
in
the
it and
yeah.
out of it pretty
Yeah,
quick.
because the Ninja Warrior gimmick, they changed her name. That wore off. So that's not even like, look at her be super athletic. Oh my
Okay,
God.
Liv Morgan. Um, uh,
Yeah.
uh,
She,
does does she?
who would she remove?
I mean, I feel like I would have to kick down Io. Although if you're so sure of the Bianca Jade storyline happening, we can remove Bianca and put her down to contenders. I think the only thing that's telling me this, in as far as a favorite, is I mean, isn't she 3 years in a row as the runner-up? I believe I heard that stat at some point when it happened last year.
Oh, well, damn, she would have to be favored if that's the case.
But maybe I'm wrong.
No,
Um,
that's a good stat to throw at me because I hadn't heard that stat. No, then you bring up a great point when you say that. Because at first I'm like, yeah, she's shown she's a women's champion now, but she mainly fought Rhea a whole year. But if she's been the runner up 3 times, yeah, that's you'd have to think they're gonna give it to her eventually. That could be her story breaking in, or you know what I
mhm.
mean?
Yeah, that I'm not sure on that, but also now she's a she's playing a heel. Um,
So I'll say,
I'm just vamp for a second. I'm just trying to check
yeah,
that
no,
stat.
yeah, I'm trying to look here. You know what? I'll say because it's an ascension moment. Well, I still don't think. Hmm. All right, sorry. I'm trying to look here. So Charlotte and Becky, we know they're favored because they're Charlotte and Becky.
She's
That's
runnered up the
obvious.
last two.
She's
She's
running up
runnered
the
up the
last
last
two.
two, 2024 and 2023 Royal Rumbles. She was the runner
Okay.
up.
I can put her over EO for now because we're talking about EO ascending to that thing, meaning that she's not there yet. I mean, granted, you could say the same about Liv, which she might be top contender at that point, but we'll see how the rest of the list plays out. And it doesn't have to be 4 person per tier because we got
Oh, I
so
know,
many
but
people.
I
Okay,
also was just like, I don't know if Alexa
rearranging.
fits in this crowd anymore.
Okay, I agree. Like, yeah, has a moment.
She would
Her
have a
coming
moment
back.
if she would
She
return.
yeah.
And whether or not she's spooky or not, if she's spooky, then she has a spooky moment.
mhm. I although I do think if she comes back, she's just straight up Alexa now because
Okay.
they got the Wyatt Six to do the Bray legacy.
The new IC champ, IC title holder sometimes participates in the Rumble, sometimes doesn't. Uh, what do you
Ela
think?
Valkyrie, right?
Lyra Valkyria.
Ela Valkyrie
We're gonna put her in not entering for now, just because
because she has the
it might be a
title and
crowded
stuff.
field. Yeah. Let's
Yeah,
see. What do we got? We got 16 currently, and then 17, 18, 19. All right. So number 20, what's her face? I think she's eliminated very early
yeah.
by this person.
Not
Um,
Mandy. She Maxine Dupree.
Maxine Dupree.
Aha. Wait, she's not with America Made?
No, she's still with Alpha Academy with Otis and Tozawa.
Oh, okay.
Gable went heel and switched factions, so Alpha Academy is still. is still a thing. Michin, honestly, her and Chelsea might have a U.S. title match at this pay-per-view. I think she's going to be the U.S. title holder very, very soon.
So you don't think she's entering?
Right, but then that would also mean that Chelsea's not entering. It all
Well, Chelsea could
depends.
enter after having lost to Meechin.
Yeah, I'm gonna put them to
That's a
there
moment.
because they're probably going to involve each other if they are in it. If they're not in it,
Gotcha.
it's because they're having a match, I
I
think.
like it.
Um, okay, so what do we got here? 4 times 5 is 20.
It's
We're at
20.
21.
21.
Naomi, all right, definite contender.
Yeah.
We're at 22.
22.
Natalia,
Natty.
um, I
Yeah.
shouldn't be, but
Given
might.
her current role with the company, she could show up, but right now I'm putting her as not entering.
So okay, we're still
Because she
at
hasn't been on
20,
TV in a minute, has she?
still at 22. Very rarely, very
Yeah.
rarely she pops up occasionally. I think location dependent. You know,
Yep.
if they're anywhere in like the Montreal territories, she's showing up. Um, uh,
Who are we kidding? Naya's a contender.
yep, 23. Piper's in it.
Uh,
Um,
Piper's in it. Yeah, you're here.
yeah, you're here. Probably 24.
Because she can't be eliminated immediately just because of body type.
Raquel Rodriguez probably has a moment because they're doing the whole Shawn Michaels Diesel thing
Oh yeah.
with her and Liv. So I can see
Hmm.
her having like a moment.
And
And
if go ahead.
she's just big.
Yeah,
Big
she's
people do
big.
well and she's gonna eliminate a bunch of people maybe.
I can see her eliminating Piper on some like gorilla press shit. But also I could see if Liv wins, Raquel's the difference. Hence the not Raquel. What's her name?
Yeah, Raquel Rodriguez.
Yeah, Raquel. I can see Raquel being the reason why Liv gets over to him.
Yeah. All right. So
I don't
Rhea
think
is the
Rhea's
current
entering.
title holder. We
I
both talked
don't
about it.
think
We don't see Ronda Rousey being in
no.
it. This is Karrion
Scarlett.
Cross's lady Scarlett.
I
I
don't see
don't
her
necessarily
entering.
her being in it. So we're still at 25. We need, all right. Roxanne Perez is going to be in it. I think she has a moment. I think if you wanted to elevate her career, you could put her into the contender thing.
But she would
I
have to
think her
get there,
I
be in
think
the
her
moment
moment
this
is
year.
yeah, I think her moment is going to be like lasting a long time,
Yeah.
potentially. She's one of those
Yeah.
characters that just kind of
Yeah.
hides out in the corner for a long, and all of a sudden you're like, wow, it's been like 25 minutes and fucking she's still in
Yeah.
this.
Yeah. Her moment this year makes her a contender next year type deal.
Yeah. All right, we're at 26. Shayna
Yeah,
Baszler, I
you're
feel like you got
here.
to put in here. So
Yeah. Yeah,
you're
you're
here.
here.
27.
Shotzi.
Shotzi has been doing a lot of NXT work recently. I think she's challenging for like the women's North American title
Uh-huh.
on NXT. I don't know. The
Yeah.
field's starting to get crowded
Yeah. What in the not into oh, the main field? Yeah.
in the main field. So I mean, it's
Yeah.
like,
Yeah, no,
what?
I'm with you by putting Shotzi there.
All right,
Say,
so we're at 27. Uh,
Nikki Cross wired it all up.
Probably in there,
Moment
and has a spooky moment. 28. Um,
not
Leader of
entering.
PFC, probably not. She's more of the manager of them anyway. Tiffy is a champion. We're probably not going to have her in there.
Sure.
I haven't seen her. I don't know if she works for the
Uh,
company anymore.
yeah, go
Because
ahead and
the
put her there.
her boys aren't Vikings anymore. They're like bikers. So I don't know
What,
what
the
her.
War Raiders?
Yeah, like they're
They're
not.
not Vikings anymore?
No, they're not direct. They're like the modern day biker that really loves Vikings.
Oh, okay.
That like likes Viking shit, but they're not Vikings. They're like
Gotcha.
they're dudes.
Gotcha.
Now, all right. So what were we at? We're at
Selena.
28. 28 Selena, yeah, you're
Selena,
here.
yeah, you hear.
Um,
No.
I mean, I feel like yeah, you're here. She's gonna
Oh
be
yeah, you're
there.
here.
Triple H, I
That's
think, likes her, and she's a good worker, is the unfortunate thing about her. She's pretty good in the ring. Um,
the fact that she's not bigger. It's unfortunate she's not bigger because she's a
right,
good worker. Okay,
right.
I thought you were like
It's
it's
just
gonna be.
because her mic's a little off, and yeah, and then
Gotcha.
there's other things. Um, Chris Kattan. Um, Mickey James. I was telling you that they got a new reality show coming out soon. That's kind of like the new Tough Enough, and it's Undertaker, Bully Ray, Booker T, and Mickey James are the coaches and hosts of the show.
And
Um,
and with that in mind, I think she has a moment because she's shown up in Rumbles before too. She was the
what are we
first
at?
of
We're
the
at 28,
TNA.
26, 7, 8, 9, 30. No, we're at 30.
Oh, we're at 30, so we would have to remove somebody. Because I do feel like Mickey should be in there.
All right. So I think the first thing to look at is the Yeah, You're Here's
Yeah,
and probably BFAB.
yeah. I don't think B-Fab is gonna be here.
Yeah, either that or we put her and then remove Blair because Blair doesn't, at least BFAB gets TV time. Blair Davenport doesn't get any TV time.
Yeah, I like that.
And then we got Lita and Trish. Are we going to kick anybody off of the main roster out of the
This year?
Rumble for Lita and Trish?
This year, I don't think we are. I think it's pretty. If so, it'd be someone on the eliminated immediately. But I don't really. I don't think we need them,
Yeah, I
especially if
don't.
we got a Mickey James. I would move Jade. If I'm being honest, I would move Jade down to has a moment if she's in there at all. Like her
Okay.
coming back would be the moment. I don't think she would win because even with all the rumors about whether or not she's injured and all that, one consistent rumor is, the and visual thing is the whole is she ready to go at that
Is
level?
she ever going to be at like because it's we're not in the Hulk Hogan era anymore.
Right.
Like people, you need to have all the tools, including at least some semblance of
You need like 75% of the tools.
yeah. You gotta be able to do the in-ring
Mhm.
better, and I don't know. It's a little we'll see. All right, so for right now, we kept AJ Lee in here.
Yeah.
Um, so let's talk about it.
All right. So we're adding a row. All right. Okay.
Oh,
What's
we added
this?
we added too many rows.
Yeah. So you're saying who is the winner? Okay. So favorite people, are we still given who we have in the Rumble? Those are our four favorite?
Yeah.
All right. So that's still the top four favored. Because Charlotte is a me want title match type person, I don't think it's going to be her because she doesn't need to. She's Charlotte. All the more reason for them to do it, obviously. I think I might go with the live thing. I think the Bianca versus Rhea thing could be big, but I don't know how much.
Live, 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 live gets hate. She has her detractors, but Liv also has a lot of positives also from a business perspective.
Yes.
She brings a lot of eyeballs. Even as a bad guy, she sells merch.
Yeah.
Um, so when your bad guy is selling a bunch of t-shirts and also getting booze, I mean,
And currently Bianca still has the tag team championship.
that is
That's
correct.
that's why I'm inclined not to include her as the winner, unless you think that.
No, I
So
don't disagree. I don't disagree. And
between
then,
me, it's between Becky and Liv, just because people joke about the Becky Hogan things, but Liv's too.
I mean, that's a great final two. She retired Becky Lynch is her claim. Has been her claim since May. She got to retire Becky Lynch.
Oh,
So that would be a really good final two.
now I'm seeing it happen. I see her getting there, and number 30's Becky, and yeah, Becky Revenge, go to Mania, blah 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 blah. I'm the man, boo boo boo. Yeah, we're happy. It's Becky. And that's if Becky shows back up at all, because she hasn't said anything about coming back, has she? Apparently, Charlotte's giving out warnings.
There was a rumor that she was about ready to return at the Raw Netflix
Okay,
show, and they put a pause on it.
all right. Solely because she hasn't. There have been no signs of her. Actually, you know what? That's exactly why I'm gonna say Becky. Never mind. I was gonna say I'm gonna put Becky not on there and pick Liv, but I think Liv 3 years in a row now makes it to the final and just
Which allows me to sneak EO back up to favorite.
there you go. There you go. That's fine by me.
um, okay, cool.
So we
I
got
really like
30?
this. I like this. Yeah, did we get all right? 1, 5,
9.
9. I'm gonna have to keep, we were at 30. We were at 30. I was we were counting along at the end there. No, he's counting.
I believe you.
Okay. We're gonna move to the men. What changes did we do? We did a yeah, you're here, and then
Yeah, you're here and a winner. Can't wait to see people be like, what? You think this person's a contender down at the I can't believe you're a fan of this person. Hey, we explained ourselves. Calm
all
down.
right, let's go in
But
let's
yeah,
go in
tell us how you
let's
feel.
go in reverse. Let's go in reverse.
Reverse.
The hard ones. The hard ones here.
Down here at the bottom.
Rumored to be done with his AEW contract, Omari. Malachi Black. Alistair Black. Does he appear at the Rumble?
So
You're an Alistair Malachi fan, correct?
I am. I was big on him. You know who else was big on him? Triple H gave him a fucking entrance theme that had a choir singing and everything. You know how I am about that when it comes to like tier
Glorious.
yeah, the were just like intimidation factor when you got the choir about so you know what? I think if he's not done wrestling altogether, his wife is with the company. It'd be nice to come back. Triple H loves him. He was a big NXT black and gold guy. I say he has a moment with his return. He makes a splash.
JBL has been walking around stalking Nick Nemeth and helping him out with his matches across indie scenes and on TNA mostly. TNA WWE partnership. JBL still is actively under a Legends deal for WWE at the same time. What do you think? Do you think JBL makes a surprise appearance?
So I do see. I mean, people who have eyes; they can see the screen. I see Nick Nemeth is on this list as well. So
Yes.
it's one of those weird things where I think JBL could have a moment involving Nick Nemeth without being in the match, if that makes any sense. Like I'll put
Uh-huh.
him on not entering, but I do think he has the potential
Oh
to
yeah,
make a
it's
moment.
you nailed it. You nailed it. It's exactly what he's been doing. He just
Yeah.
walks in silent, grabs somebody by the arm, clothesline from hell, and then walks out. Never enters the match at all. Like does it to somebody who's who's like walking in. To be Joe Hendry. All right. The two YouTubers that you and I shouted out. You shouted out our buddy Maven, very popular YouTuber, former wrestler, does the inside scoop on Attitude Era WWE. Um, what do you think? You think he maybe makes a surprise appearance?
I think he has a stronger I think he has a strong chance to, just because he's been lately trying to mend those bridges with the videos and stuff. And he may just be blowing smoke up people's ears and stuff, and I doubt he'll ever come back full time. But he has had teases, because we've been talking about rumors all video, where he'd be like, I don't know if I'll ever be good with or good graces with Triple H in the WWE. But that's my video today as he turns into the Performance Center parking lot. It's like, okay, you may just be trolling. You may also have something behind the scenes that you're working with WWE on. May
Right.
not be the Rumble, but the Rumble, all you got to do is come in, remember me, and get eliminated immediately. And I think that's what's happening to Maven. That's what I think. You can argue as well.
No, I mean that sounds that it's extremely unlikely, but we're early in on this. I'm totally
Yeah,
willing to put him
yeah.
there. Somebody you made me think of somebody else who dropped a social media video
Oh,
um proclaiming their recent near 100-pound weight loss. And the videographer of that video asks that person off camera, "What do you think? Do you think you'll be doing anything? Do you think you're in shape to do anything?" I don't know. What do you think? Royal Rumble's coming up. Oh no, I could never do the Royal Rumble. Phone call. Time to play the game. Mick Foley has teased. Has teased.
oh, you could move Raven out of there and put Foley there, as far as I'm concerned.
uh,
I say this as a guy because we mentioned the upcoming Tough Enough show, or a Tough Enough esque show. We got the first winner of Tough Enough in Maven here. I say this as someone who was a fan of Maven. Super fan? No, he was Maven. But I'm being honest. But I was a fan of Maven. He was the first Tough Enough winner. I wanted to be a wrestler someday at that time. So he was a guy that, he showed that the normal guy could do it type shit. So I liked Maven, but I think Jazz and Ibn will tell you I was a far bigger fan of Mick Foley, just with all the sacrifice he was willing to put his body through
hmm
at the company. So yeah,
Maybe that's. I think we just
maybe not
created.
immediately, but he'd be a moment.
I think we just created our spot here because the hardest thing for Mick Foley to do is going to be to literally climb into the ring. So he makes his return, gets his big pop. JBL comes out and clothesline from hell.
Yeah, I think that would be a moment.
Yeah, I mean, if he's coming in, he's gonna have a
Yeah, yeah,
moment.
yeah. Yeah, mix immediate elimination and showing up. You remember me as a moment. Mavens is just immediate. You know what I mean?
Braun Breaker, I think if I think he's kind of one of those title holders that he's one of those IC champs that will be in it if he doesn't have a match.
Yeah,
Um,
because he's just
Yeah,
ready to go at all times.
and if he's in it, he's going to have a moment.
And he's ready to go at all times. He's a Steiner. You know how they are.
Two
So
plus
yeah.
two equals five. Oh, I went back to the top all of a sudden. All right. Yeah, my other YouTuber that I selected. This is just I would love for him to be here. Would love for him to be here. I don't think it's gonna happen. I'm gonna put him here. But I just wanted to put him in here to talk about it and the idea of manifesting it. Simon Miller, What Culture Wrestling, and then his own YouTube channel, Simon Miller. Ups and
Why?
downs.
Here's
Uh,
why.
um, uh, yeah, warm and fuzzy in my tum tum. 1-2 ooze. Most devastating move in all of sports entertainment, the surprise roll up. Uh, the least devastating move in all of sports entertainment, the blue thunder bomb. All the Simon Miller things that are just a part of the IWC now. That are his originally. I love Simon Miller. I don't think he's going to be there, but I would love to see him. Yeah, man. Yeah, man.
Yeah,
You think Booker T is going to
man.
come in this?
Yeah, man. I think he is gonna come in there. We got Mickey James on the women's side. You know, we gotta have my man Booker T on the men's side coming in here.
Corey Graves, weird Corey Graves moments a few weeks ago, where we have the new show Shake Up, Raw going to Netflix, um, football being done with, so Pat McAfee returns, Michael Cole, Pat McAfee go to Raw. We have the new commentator of Joe Tessitore, who a lot of people seem to really like.
Mhm.
They really enjoy his work. Gives a legitimacy kind of angle to
Yeah.
his commentary. Um, and then a lot of people have really enjoyed Wade Barrett as kind of a return of a Jesse Ventura type of just like that very heelish announcer. And so it's kind of left Corey Graves on the outs a little bit. And currently, he has been a third man on the NXT desk and was vocal on Twitter about being pretty upset with it.
Oh yeah. He got demoted. They demoted the man all the way down to NXT. Yeah, I could see it. I could see why. I thought he was just upset because he was on SmackDown and not on Netflix. No, they put his ass on NXT.
Yeah, I don't know why you wouldn't make a three-man booth in SmackDown with Joe and Wade. But I guess they didn't want to do a three-man booth there. And they would rather if they had to do a three-man booth, they would rather do it in NXT and leave Corey Graves to be the fill-in guy. Is kind of what the rumor was that got released was like he was getting looked at as like the Pat McAfee has to do X. So, Corey, you're going to be on Raw this week. Or Joe has to go do this UFC event. Corey, you're going to be on SmackDown this week, kind of thing.
Ooh.
And just kind of like the role player, which a lot of announcers, a lot of career announcers have come out and been like, yeah, that's the job that all of us have like JR was like, well, you know how many times I was hired, fired, moved from show to show, and then coach came out and was like, "Yeah, that's kind of the job. Is you just go. They need somebody who's going to be the rotating guy to fill the hole, and
Yeah.
somebody always does that." So there's two sides to the argument. Obviously, do you think it's a work? Do you think it's real? Do you think it elevates Corey Graves into being in the Rumble?
Only I don't, but because it's too situational for what I think would happen if he got in there. Because yeah, if this is a work, I could see if let's say Pat ended up in the Rumble, Corey Graves coming out to air out that, and that leads to something down the line, between the
Uh-huh.
two of them. Um, but personally, I don't think they'll do that. At least not just yet.
Yeah,
You
I'm
don't
not
need to
sure.
rumble it.
I don't know if he's if
Because there's the whole medical being medically cleared to wrestle thing, which is why he's a commentator to begin with.
right, which the rumor is that he's been cleared for a while.
Ah,
Um, like almost like over a year or so. I think
I'm
the first
inclined to say no.
um Pat McAfee. Like the thing that makes me question is we don't even know if Corey's going to be on the commentating team.
True.
We know Pat McAfee is going to be there. We know he's going to be on the desk. Does he go in or does he not? I think without the whole Corey Graves story, I
I
think
don't see a
not.
reason for him to.
Right,
Yeah.
because we did that last year, and we
Yeah,
already
and he
did
didn't
the
even, and he got scared of whoever was in the ring because it was either Braun
yeah,
or Brock or somebody big, and he's
and
like,
didn't even get
"Yeah, I'm
touched. He
not."
just jumped over the rope and
Yeah,
eliminated
he's like,
himself.
"Yeah, I'm not dealing with this. Are you fucking crazy? Why'd you put me in this match?"
Which the rumor was that they didn't even tell him that was going to happen. They just surprised him with the spot. Wade Barrett, I would love to see in there. It felt like they were teasing something um, a little bit, but I think I don't know. There's nothing, no
Yeah,
real signs that
I'm
point to
afraid
a
I've got
immediate
some bad
return.
news for Stu Bennett fans.
Um, Bill Goldberg. Bill Goldberg has announced that he will do his last match ever this year with WWE. Um,
Really?
yeah, yeah, yeah. He announced that on College Game Day
Oh, okay.
at some point. So
Yeah, I don't think the last match would be the Rumble, nor does it need to be. It'll probably be something in Saudi Arabia.
um, how do you think New Day, Kofi and Xavier? Do you think they'll be getting in?
Yeah,
Where do you think we'll slot them?
Xavier's here. Kofi will have a moment because he's Kofi and
He
he has to
figures
at
out how
least
to
do
do
that.
his Kofi thing in a heelish way,
Yeah,
using another man.
shit. You may be able to put Woods next to him because I mean they've done it before.
Okay, so then that leads me to Large Edward.
Large Edward. Do you think Large Edward is coming back? If this is the time, this would be the time to do it. Um, I re because they haven't really gotten a chance to even talk. They still haven't talked about the Big E thing for real, right? Because it's just booze every week, and they're still milking that.
I mean, yeah, not really. I mean, they're talking about it is them saying they didn't do anything wrong. They don't understand why
But I'm
why they're
saying,
getting booed.
but they
Uh,
keep saying they want to explain themselves, but people cut them off and whatever. At least that's what they were saying for weeks. Like every time we try to talk about this, y'all just boo us anyway. Boo! Fine, we won't talk to you.
yeah, I think
Ah.
I think they've eventually gotten it out with backstage interviews and just piecing it.
Okay.
And their thing is like the thing that they wanted to come out and talk about the first couple of times was them saying they didn't hit him. They didn't kick him. Like it was no Shawn Michaels kicking somebody through a barbershop window. There was no back turn suplexes. There was nothing like that. It was and
Yeah.
and then their argument of like he didn't come back. He left us hanging. Like why are we the bad guys here? I think that was what they wanted to talk about that they got booed out of the building for. Um I would really love. I mean, it's been my prediction since June.
Yeah. Yeah.
Of
My wishful thinking is that Big E comes back and has a moment probably involving the two of them at that point. But yeah.
all right. Well, we'll put him. We're gonna put him on
But
there right now.
The New Day, Kofi, yeah, Kofi is definitely going to be here. He's one of the most participated Royal Rumble people out there, and usually they use another spot with whatever New Day members they have on the roster that can go as well. So that's
Yeah,
why I
I
say,
mean,
yeah,
there's
Woods is definitely
always the
here.
chance that Xavier comes out in a managerial role for
Yeah.
Kofi. But I think it's more likely that they're both just back-to-back entrants at one
Hmm.
point. Who we got coming up next? Okay, one of our first legends that oh no, we've covered a few legends. Let's do another legend. We've got we talked about we got Mickey, we got
Hmm.
Booker. Do we put Bully Ray? Has been doing a lot of work on NXT recently. He did a little bit of in-ring work, did a little bit of in-ring work for a couple independent companies. Does he jump into the Royal Rumble?
I was unaware of his in-ring work as of recent, but I'm gonna say no. But that's up to you. You should put him eliminated immediately.
We'll put him at eliminated immediately for now and see if he gets bumped off the list.
All right, I like that.
We're only at 8 people.
Yeah, we that's what happens when we start up the other.
All right. Sami Zayn
uh,
is in here. Obviously,
Sami
he's
Zayn,
in
yep.
contender for now.
Yeah, I'd say contender. He's there. Like you wouldn't you'd be like, oh shit, they actually did it. Sami Zayn. Cool, finally. You know what I mean? Like the
Yeah.
crowd is gonna you got enough of the crowd hoping that this is his year.
Say his
His
name
name
and
and
he'll
he
appear.
appears. Do you believe in Joe Hendry?
I do. TNA champion. I think he's
Oh,
going
he's
to
the
be.
champion right now? Yeah, yeah, he has a moment or
Yeah, I
so.
think
So
he's scheduled to be at the wrestling convention that is in Royal Rumble City that weekend. There's also he is also scheduled on the Jericho Cruise, I think a day or two later after the Royal Rumble. So people are questioning if but I think they make it. I feel like they make it work and make that happen. I see him coming in. I think it's an eliminated immediately though, but it becomes a moment, so he can
yeah,
slot into either one of these.
yeah. JD McDonough.
JD McDonough, I'm gonna put him in the not entering for now. Or let's keep him in the eliminated immediately for now.
JT McGonna get eliminated. So we got the big dog, the tribal chief.
7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Okay. The tribal chief, Roman Reigns,
So favor.
is gonna be eliminated immediately. uh
Yeah, you know him. Roman Reigns.
Omari, do you think Brock Lesnar?
I would mark out like I do every time I hear his music. However, no. I think
Well,
what that's Kevin. What the fuck? Okay. That was weird. But Kevin, because I saw you click on Brock and then suddenly it's Kevin. I'm like, what? Yeah, I think WWE is kind of moving on from him
let's go
like they
back up
should
to
have from Hogan.
let's bounce back up
Dirty
to the
Dom,
top.
get eliminated immediately.
Absolutely, absolutely. So it's 3, 4, 5, 6,
Yeah.
13. Okay. Jay Uso, I'm gonna slot into the contender category
Yeah,
for
I
now.
agree. He's trying to prove he's on that main event level.
It's just him, Uso.
Day one ish. Logan
Just had a
Paul
great
is
showing at Saturday night's main event.
mm,
Logan Paul is
he's a moment
typically a
guy.
has a moment.
Yeah, he's a
I
moment
think
guy.
unfortunately he's probably here now.
Really.
I think so. I think they're gonna want him in the main title picture now. He held the US for almost a calendar year.
But he didn't fight nobody.
WWE doesn't care about that.
Oh,
They
fair.
just care about the eyeballs that are on the screen and does his negatives Brock
Yeah,
Lesnar detract? Do the positives equal the outweigh the negatives kind of thing with him, I think.
fair.
And I think, yeah, I think his natural progression would be that he's right about there with Jey Uso in the like, yeah, you should be contending for world titles now.
Okay.
Do you smell what The Rock is cooking at the Royal Rumble, Omari?
You know, if it wasn't for the rumors that he gives no fucks about Cody anymore.
Right. Every like that was if you would have asked us like 2 months ago, everybody would have told you that The Rock is showing up at number 30 in the Royal Rumble and he's going to be challenging Cody Rhodes at WrestleMania. Everybody would have told you that.
Yeah. I'm still gonna put him in favor. Because if he's in
He's
there,
still in
he's
it.
the Rock.
Okay, fine. Yeah, I would say let's put him. It's still early on. Let's put him in there until we get crowded.
Yeah.
Five, um, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. We're at 16. Over halfway there.
Right.
Penta El Zero Mado
I think he
going to
has a
be in
moment.
and he has a moment the way that WWE is booking him now. I don't think he's a
Yeah.
yeah, you're here. Um, Tama Tonga, I'm gonna say is eliminated immediately for now. Any problem with that?
Um,
Borderline to not here.
which one is the least popular of the secondary, him or Loa?
I mean, that's a hard question. What's popular? Because Loa is extremely popular for constantly botching.
Fair. So
He's
yeah.
managed to get over botching
So
because he
what I
does it so often and so consistently and in
so
such creative ways.
fair. So what I'm thinking is Bloodline does some BS for a while where they team up. So that's the only reason I don't think he's eliminated immediately. Just kind of a yeah, you're here helping
Okay.
solo type deal. Carlito, I think he's
Okay,
eliminated
I'm
immediately.
at 18. Yeah, we're gonna put him in at eliminated immediately, but I think he's borderline to not be here.
Yeah.
We're at 19. CM Punk is going to be up in our favored line
Yep.
until it's full. Um, Ethan Page, you think Ethan Page gets in here?
No. Is
No.
there a reason for him to? He has a belt on in that picture. Is he the current
Well,
NXT champion?
he's a recent NXT champion, not a current.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
But I mean, has a lot of history with a lot of guys in this ring that could be in that ring.
Okay.
I mean, it's a maybe. I'd say
Maybe.
like for now, 5, 6, we have 11, 12, 13, and then 8. So we're at 21. For now, let's put him on borderline. I'd say he's the bottom of the borderline. Jimmy Uso, yeah, you're
Yeah,
here.
you're here.
22. Jacob Fatu,
Oh, yeah. Contender.
contender. 23.
Montez? Is that who that is?
That is Montez Ford. Not having TV time right now
Mm. So
for a
is he
few weeks.
even
We talked
here?
about that the other day.
True. Yeah, that's right. You said the Street Profits just disappeared off of TV. Yeah, probably a yeah, you're here if you had all.
We're
I
gonna
don't
put him
think
in,
it's
but it's
gonna
gonna get
matter.
crowded here in a minute. We're at
Well,
24.
we're already at 24. Damn.
Chad Gable
Chad Gable.
is yeah, you're here, or
Yeah.
maybe maybe he can create himself a moment, but I think he's gonna be in it. You got to have him in it. Uncle Howdy, I don't know if
I don't think he
he's too charactered.
yeah.
We're at oh no, we didn't put him in here, so we're still at 25. Carmelo Hayes, you're definitely going to put him in there. I think he's maybe a yeah, you're here for now.
Yeah, I agree.
26. Miz, you're going to have in here. But you're a eliminated immediately or a yeah, you're here.
Mhm.
Eliminated
I mean,
immediately,
actually, no.
metaphorically,
He's. You say historically?
or metaphorically.
Oh no, I think he's a Yadier here because we talked about it. He doesn't eliminate people, but he lasts a minute.
Yeah, that's true. All right, so now is that at 27?
Uh,
Okay, you want to count them?
yeah, yeah, 27.
Carrying Cross, I think you need to put in here. I feel
Okay, he's
like
here.
I feel like they're rumors are that they're building him. That Triple H is going to try and make 2025 a Carrying Cross, like, lower upper card or upper mid card kind of area.
Well, would you say he's there already?
No,
I
but I
put him
think
on
he
the.
could do something.
Mm,
I think he's a yeah, you're here.
yeah, especially he's here because Miz is here and he's been torturing him, right?
Right. Well, now they're on separate shows. Miz got moved to SmackDown.
Gotcha.
Finn
Finn's
Balor
a
may be taking some time off of TV. Got really fucked up
really.
in that street fight with him and Damian Priest. But that's the end, and then that's the end of their blood feud. So he may be on a break. Not sure there. If he's in it, I feel like he's either contender or yeah, you're here.
Yeah, as much as I like Finn, WWE just kind of likes having him just outside of the title picture. I'd probably put him in the yeah, you're here thing, or maybe even contender, like you said. But we're also pretty crowded, so 7. Jesus, 5, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19.
29.
We're at 29. And we got some people that we know are going to be
Oh,
coming
we
in
got
here.
some people that we know down there. All
Mhm.
right, Dragon Lee.
Nah.
We're gonna start everybody and not entering and then see if they bump them up. Sheamus is
Sheamus, I
is gonna
mean,
be in
he's
here.
here. Yeah.
Uh, so that's our 30th, right?
If so, because we were
Yeah,
saying
that's that
29
that's
before.
everybody. That's everybody. That's 30. All right. So now we got to kick everybody. We got to kick somebody off every time. Ludwig Kaiser. I feel like you gotta. I feel he gets a lot of TV time, man. He gets a lot of TV time. I think
Okay.
he's.
So he would be here or maybe even eliminated immediately, but now we started eliminating people. Do you think we get rid of Ethan Page or a Bully Ray or a Mick?
I think Ethan Page.
Ethan Page, baby. All right.
I think I'd
Get
take
rid of
Carlito
Carlito.
off
All right.
before Ethan Page, honestly.
Okay.
Because I mean, Carlito's also gotten into some hot water this year. Like he was getting a little semi push for like lower card. I don't know how you can push
Yeah.
that, but like yeah, I don't know if that's all right. We got Drew McIntyre.
Yep.
Wouldn't it be
A past
something
winner.
if somebody could consecutively win Elimination Chamber, win a title at Mania, win Money at the Bank, and then win the Royal Rumble? The only thing he was missing is King of the Ring.
Yeah. That would be crazy. I like the
Um,
idea. Like a day one Drew McIntyre fan here. Yeah, I'm fine with that. Uh,
okay,
Nick.
so is it Bully? Is it Ethan? Is it Tama Tonga? I feel like would be at the bottom of this list. Montez Ford. Um,
How strongly do we believe in the Big E thing,
it's
or
what
the
we want
Foley
to
for that
happen.
matter?
I feel like of of these four over here, I feel like I put it in this order.
Okay.
of what I would most likely think is going to happen, which would
All
mean I
right.
would.
Mick Foley's a known troll, so I'm fine with him being taken off because yeah, the Triple H phone call thing, he's a master troll, that Mick. Much as wishful thinking would make me be like, oh cool, it's Mick. Yeah, he can sit down. Uh all
Nick
right.
Nemeth just dropped the TNA title. I think we're having Joe Hendry on. It's I think it would be cool, but I think it's like a next year thing.
Yeah.
It's a little too early to fire you fired Dolph Ziggler this year, and you're going to and Nick
Have
Nemeth is
Nick
going to
Nimitz show up
enter.
in the Rumble, yeah.
Um, I've I feel like you gotta I feel like
Trick.
the elevation of Trick is gonna happen. And I feel like he's got a moment and I feel like he's in here.
All right.
So the question is it Montez? Is it Alistair? Is it Ethan Page?
Um, and you're still strong on what's his name? Bully.
I mean, as we're looking at these two side by side, they actively had a busted open interview that was very
Uh,
building of a match-esque
okay.
kind of
And
moment.
Montez hasn't been on TV for a minute, so
No, he hasn't, but he could do a Rumble return. I think,
yeah.
especially if they're dropping Street Profits and he comes back as like, this is me singles Montez Ford. I don't know. I would almost put, no, Tama's in there.
Do you think Alistair's actually coming?
Let's put Alistair in the off.
Yeah.
Oh God, this is gonna be hard. Okay, Jeff Hardy.
Uh, at the moment of saying not entering, we know Cena's entering. He said he's entering. Oh, what are we? We're just
I'm just
moving
I'm just
everybody up.
doing this so I can just leave it locked on one level. I don't have to scroll anymore. Okay. So,
We know
um
Cena's entering.
we know Cena's entering.
He was the first one to tell us he was entering. So he's a contender at the least. I don't know how favored he is, being honest. You would think he's
I
favored
think
because he's John Cena.
Vegas would tell you that he has the best betting odds.
Really?
Yeah, I believe so.
Okay. So do we move Rock down?
I think if we move Rock out of favor, then we move him off of the Rumble. Are we prepared to do that?
We can move Drew down. Maybe not out of the Rumble, but move him down a thing.
I think it's
Because
way
Punk
more
is
likely
Punk.
that Drew McIntyre wins the Royal Rumble than The Rock. But
Well,
if The Rock's
well,
in
you're
the
talking about
Rumble,
putting him
he's
in there.
winning the Rumble, I feel
Yeah,
like.
that's what I'm saying. It's either take him out the Rumble. So if we still think The Rock is entering at all, we have him in favored. If we don't have him
Okay,
winning entering,
then I guess that's our question. Is it Ethan Page or Bully? Which, if you take one out, I feel like you end up taking both out because the story of their entry the moment they have would probably be with each other. Um, or do you take out Montez Ford, or do you take out the Big E return, or do you take out the Rock return? I feel like because of the thing that he did on Raw,
the
the
Rock
least
take him
likely thing to
off.
happen at this point is the Rock.
I'll give you that. We can take off The Rock.
Okay. All right. Rock is off. Damian Priest is going to be in this match.
Yes, it's going
He's
to
in the
be a
contender
contender.
level. So now we got to take off another person. Is it Montez? Is it I feel like we're gonna
I think.
We're gonna start pulling these guys down.
All right.
Tongaloa, I think you're staying here.
Yeah.
I think
Wendy.
Randy Orton makes the return.
Yeah. So it's just Randy, which means there
We're
he
gonna pull
goes.
Bully. Um, Andrade, I feel like needs to be in this match. Oh my God.
All right. Had they been doing stuff with Andrade?
Yeah, he's been doing a lot in the US title scene. He gets a lot of
Oh,
TV
shit.
time on SmackDown.
Okay, cool.
Maybe not specifically recently. He's
Yeah, you're
gets
here.
he has more TV time than Montez, so I think we'd
Take him
have to
off.
remove
Yeah.
him out at this point.
Who's that jumping out the sky? RUY? Mysterio? Yeah, you're here. And then we have to get rid of Big E.
Do we get rid of Big E? Or do we
Or,
get rid of JD McDonough? Does
oh,
Xavier Woods become a manager? Um, does Braun Breaker not participate because he's the IC champion?
true.
We can do all of those things. I don't think we're ready to remove Joe Hendry. I'm not really
No,
ready to remove Trick.
not too big of a crowd reaction for those
I
two.
think Booker is the LFG representative potentially
Yeah.
of this match.
Uh, McDonough. Nobody likes McDonough.
Nobody likes McDonough.
I mean, do you know people that like him?
RVD. Are we putting RVD in this match? Like this is very much like we don't have a Legends return pop other than Booker, who we've kind of done that several times.
Yeah. I mean, we don't really need to have Booker and Mickey to promote Let's Fucking Go or whatever the show's called, LFG. Um, so he can sit
So
down.
you want to put RVD in then?
I mean, even if we don't,
It is
there's
in
some people.
Vegas on
It is in
420 or
Vegas.
no, that's WrestleMania. Vegas on 420.
Oh, really? That's funny. And he can set up his comeback so he can have a
Is he
match
in the
on
Hall of
there.
Fame?
RVD? He should be. If he's not already, he's gonna be.
Monster of all monsters, I
Yeah, he got
think.
inducted in 2021.
Okay. Braun Strowman, I think we will not have in here because of what happened the other night. I feel like that just wrote him
Okay.
off
Yeah.
for a couple of weeks, and Royal Rumble is this Saturday.
Yeah.
Solo Sikoa, what's
Solo.
going on with that guy? Was about ready to speak on the SmackDown following his loss to Roman Reigns, and then just like walked out of the arena in a pout. And Jacob Fatu has been going on a monster promo run since then.
Yeah, if he just walked out. Yeah, shit, he may not enter either.
I mean, with this tough field, because
Yeah.
we got two more
We
eliminations
got
we
two
have
more
to
people
do.
that I'm pretty sure are definitely in there. And
Right,
they're
and
both
we're gonna have an
contenders.
argument about favored now.
Yeah. Um,
So we need to take two people off.
I think I might have to take off Biggie.
We're gonna take Big E off. That's fine. I've kept him. I've argued for him to stay long enough.
I
Uh,
mean, I wanted to keep him as well, but it's like,
and I feel like
yeah,
removing Braun is an easy one for him being the IC champion. Just either make sure he has a match that night, either that, or he'll have a. There will be a shot of him up in the luxury suite with a few other superstars
yeah.
holding his title, kind of thing.
Now, do you think Tonga, the Tonga that we have in there, do you think that he teams up with Jacob at all through this and does some bloodline shenanigans?
I mean,
Because if
they
not,
are a pair. They're a duo.
okay.
actively on TV.
Okay.
So I
Because I'm about to say, because if not, would us not have it? Because my whole argument for Tonga was Solo and helping him. But you brought up the point that Solo hasn't really been doing anything.
right. Well, and I feel like if we wanted to have Braun Breaker in here or Solo or continue our Big E thing, I feel like I feel like we could have Xavier be the manager of Kofi because
Okay.
that's also a way that Kofi can kind of do his ring
Thing.
saves
Yeah.
in a heelish manner is if Xavier's helping him not hit his feet on the ground
Yeah.
kind of thing. If he catches his feet or holds his feet or something,
Hmm.
and they've done that before with other people, obviously, but
Yeah,
when
they've
when
done it with the
when
New Day as
heels
well.
have bodyguards.
Big E has caught Kofi when he got tossed out and put him back in the ring.
Okay. So
So
yeah,
yeah.
now we just need to do it in a dickish way to
Yeah.
get booze. Um, so I feel like that's possible, and then we could keep
And then go
our
big,
Big
say
E.
that. Yeah, right when he cheats with Xavier, Big E comes out. That's the next entry. I like it.
Beats up Xavier outside the ring before going in and eliminating Kofi.
Hmm.
Maybe. I don't know. We all would love to
And
see
then
it, but
that
who
makes
knows
people
what's going to
mad at the
happen.
New Day even more because they're like, oh, apparently he's healthy enough to attack us, but he's not healthy enough to come back. Boo! All right,
Okay, Omari.
so
Favored. Is there well, first of all, I mean Kevin Owens might not be in this match because he does have a ladder match this night for the WWE title. But I feel like even if he loses that match, the character
he's
that
gonna
he is
enter
right
the
now
Rumble.
is going to enter the Rumble unless the ladder match happens after the Rumble.
Yeah. He's very Honey Badger-esque in that way. Um, does not really give a fuck about a lot of things, Kevin Owens. Um, but yeah, I don't think he would be favored. No, he'd be a contender if he enters. So the favorite tier, you say Cena is Vegas's odds on favored. I, I mean, the man has been losing for a long time, and it's time for him to start winning again. I just don't think it starts at the Rumble. That might just be me, unless you've seen something in his promos or who he's been interacting with.
I don't think so. I don't know. There's lots of rumors going on. You don't know what
Like Cena
like
versus,
like
and
there's
then like who he fights at Mania. Cena versus Cody is Cody putting out the old legend because Cody's way too fast and way too strong right now. Him against Gunther. I mean, there's a story there, I guess. Oh hey, that could be the coming to Jesus moment you've been wanting Gunther to have for so long. Maybe John Cena is that coming to Jesus moment at WrestleMania. Maybe as he has one last final tour and he beats Flair's record, or because he's either tied. I think he's tied with Flair right now.
Do you think that WWE wants John Cena to beat the record with the other title?
I mean, is he beating Cody anytime soon?
That's the I mean, like I said, there's many rumors, but probably the loudest rumor is that they want Cody's John Cena.
Oh,
That if they're not going to get The Rock Cody, that they want John Cena Cody, that's like the biggest match they could put on.
so he's just not winning that title. He's just not breaking that record. He's keeping it tied at 16.
Well, I mean, he gets to go until like SummerSlam-ish time is when his last ride is up. So you could say that like maybe he does come back to his winning ways up until Mania, and then Cody shuts him down, and then he gets to play oh, it's not going to happen, and then he has to do another attempt at the Money in the Bank or something like that.
Okay. I kind
King
of
of the
like
Ring.
that
He really
idea.
goes hard at King of the Ring tournament and then fails at that. Really goes hard at Money in the Bank, maybe. This or he wins it at Mania. I don't know. Because also you'd be doing a good guy versus good guy. Does that will people start booing Cody? You're playing with dangerous lines there. Then you got the OTC, Roman Reigns, a single Royal Rumble winner, but I bet he would love to be a two-time Royal Rumble winner. And
Yeah.
people cheer when when it's done,
Because somehow he's the face right now.
even though
Um,
he hasn't changed at all. His character has not changed. He literally just went away for 4 months.
um, yeah, I could see that, but I don't know.
Or the
It's
guy
hard for
that's
me with
never won a Royal Rumble.
and has been very vocal about, it's my time now that I'm back in the company because I'm CM Punk and I'm gonna sell merchandise. Uh,
And then
I'm
that
thinking
was kind of the rumor of the deal way back when, about a year ago now, was that the like the thing with the signing of him was they were like, all right, you're gonna
you
give
gotta
us a
win the
year.
Rumble, you gotta win at Mania.
Well, no, they were like you're gonna give us a year of
Oh,
doing what we want, and then we'll look at some of the things that you came back here for.
yeah, I think see that's why I was surprised Cena was the odds-on favorite. I thought the odds-on favorite would have been Punk
Yeah,
because
I mean, if you want to Google it on your end, since your screen isn't sharing, but I believe John Cena, yeah, Royal Rumble betting odds or something like that. I believe John Cena was top of the list, and then it was, I want to say, Roman, and then Punk.
so right now, Vegas odds Royal Rumble, from what I see, Roman Reigns 3-1, 25% chance. Then Seth 4-1, 20%. And then I tried to hit show more and it took me to a different page. What the? Okay, see, this is why Google annoys me. So, those things I said are true, but it wasn't showing the two things above them. John Cena at 5 to 6, 54.5% chance odds. And then CM Punk 13 and 8 at 38% odds.
And then Roman, and then Seth,
Yeah, then Roman, Seth, Rock, Drew.
Rock, Drew. Okay.
But Rock and Drew are like 2% apart. It's the top four are
So you think
Cena.
you think we should go with this?
Personally, I think it's more likely that Punk does it, but I could also I but I also feel like Cena Rhodes would be, however slightly, a bigger gate than Punk Rhodes because Cena is more universally opinion. Everyone has a bigger. There's a lot of mixed opinions about Punk these days because of all the rumors about how he may or may not be backstage at his various companies. Cena, everybody loves Cena. Even if they hate Cena, they love to hate Cena. They're happy he's back so they can sing John Cena sucks again. He's that guy. He's the legend. Cody wants to be the next. And everybody loves Cody. The kids sure as hell love Cody. And the kids sure as hell love them some Cena. So I think Cena's probably the bigger draw, but he doesn't need the Rumble. Punk technically doesn't either, but he hasn't won it.
Yeah.
So I'm saying Punk.
Yeah, I think I'm gonna go with you, and we're gonna stick with Punk on this one.
Mm-hmm.
All right, so that does it on that one. We had CM Punk and we had Becky Lynch is what we ended up coming up with. But then we had Bianca and John Cena, Roman Reigns, Liv Morgan, Charlotte Flair, Seth Rollins, Drew McIntyre, Io Sky. as our other potentials. These people could very easily win as well.
All right. I like it.
Love that. Love that, Omari. All right. Well, that was us breaking down these little tier lists. I know everybody's done tier lists. I know we're late to the game, but it's really fun. So we're probably going to do more of it. So get ready for that.
Yeah.
Omari, anything else you want to tell them?
Yes, you can check out other videos on the channel as well. We got this mock draft thing. In addition to these tier lists, we also have like some fantasy leagues. We have a fantasy league going on with wrestling. I think we hit on that a little bit in this. Also, drafting random various list of various things. Also, on Tuesdays, we got This Guy Hasn't Seen, two guys, three topics. Help you sprinkle a little information. That's on Saturdays that happens. That's You Don't Watch Sports with the two guys and the three topics. Help you sprinkle a little information into your sports conversation. That's where you're guiding light through your seat at a sports talk. This Guy Hasn't Seen is a show where the two of us trade things back and forth. One guy seen it, one guy hasn't. And on Wednesdays, we have, whenever it happens, we have Whatever We Want with a friend of mine, friend of the show, Super Jazz.
Super Jazz.
Thank you very much. As nature intended, we talk about just that, whatever we want. I also have a Twitter and Twitch at Giotavi. That is Giotavi. Come on in, stop on by. Streaming Day 240. You know what that means.
You know what it means.
Yeah, Bill, you got anything else you want to close out with?
Nope.
All right. Well, thank you guys very much for talking to us today. We'll see you next time. Adios.